Stormy Daniels, a main character in the controversy surrounding former president and now convicted felon Donald Trump, has come out swinging with a message for Trump. Not Donald Trump. No, she sent a call to action to his missus, Melania Trump. Yep, you heard it right. You won't believe this bombshell Stormy Daniels dropped about Trump. But before I tell you what Stormy is urging Melania to do, let's reflect on Trump and Melania's relationship as a whole. Well, when we talk about the relationship between Donald Trump and Melania Trump, it's hard to ignore the mounting evidence that something is off. The public appearances, the awkward body language, the subtle gestures, they all paint a picture of a marriage that might not be as rosy as it seems. And let's not forget Melania's mysterious demeanor, which only adds fuel to the fire of speculation. Some say Melania has more influence over Donald Trump than we realize. Again, the way they act in public has raised a lot of eyebrows. From the hand swats to the icy glares, it makes you wonder, is there more going on behind the scenes? Then there's the information Kellyanne Conway dropped on us about the Trump-Melania saga in a House panel testimony where she said Trump is more afraid of Melania than anyone else. I mean, seriously, what kind of secrets does Melania know that have Trump shaking in his boots? This raises so many questions about their relationship. Melania has to have some type of power over Trump. And what does that mean for his decisions, both past and future? Could there be more scandalous information that could potentially blow up in Trump's face? The idea that Melania is the one person Trump fears above all others is just mind-boggling. Maybe she's got the inside scoop on his finances, all those hidden assets, shady deals, or more sketchy tax dealings that could put him in more trouble than he already is in. Or maybe it's some personal dirt on Trump, like more secret affairs, maybe something more political. She's right there in his inner circle, so she must know a thing or two about his decision-making and political moves. Who knows? It's Donald Trump we're talking about. There's no telling what type of dirt she has against him. One thing's for sure, Stormy Daniels isn't hesitant about sharing what she knows about the convicted felon and what she thinks his wife should do about it. In a post-Trump conviction interview with The Mirror, Stormy Daniels broke her silence with a shocking demand for Melania. Leave Trump. She told The Mirror, quote, "I don't know what their agreement may or may not be, but Melania needs to leave him. Not because of what he did with me or other women, but because he is a convicted felon." She didn't stop there. She continued on to slam Trump when she said, quote, "It's been proven he is abusive. He was found liable for sexual assault and tax fraud and is now a criminal. He's neither Teflon Don nor Teflon Khan anymore." We haven't even got to my favorite part of her interview yet, but let's talk about explosive comments. She did not sugarcoat a thing, straight up calling him abusive and pointing fingers at his shady legal past. So Stormy Daniels' recent statements really add a twist to the ongoing Trump saga. People have been all over Donald Trump's personal scandals and legal woes, but now the spotlight is shifting to Melania Trump. The big question is, should she stick by her man despite all the past mistakes and legal messes? Or is it high time for her to strike out on her own path? Daniels' words have brought a whole new angle to this tangled web of Trump drama. Melania must be feeling the pressure of maintaining loyalty to her husband while also staying true to her own moral compass. It's a tricky balancing act, especially with the added complications of Donald Trump being a convicted felon. The ethical dilemmas here are deep. As a former First Lady and a public figure herself, Melania's actions speak volumes and can influence many. If she decides to stay with a convicted felon, it could definitely send out some troubling signals to the wider public. It's a tough spot to be in, no doubt about it. I mean, we all know the history between Donald Trump and Stormy Daniels is messy, but hearing her go all out like that is just jaw-dropping. She's pulling back the curtains on Trump's dark side, and it's leaving us all shook. The scandals, the accusations, it's like a never-ending roller coaster ride of controversy. It's wild to think how the once untouchable image of Trump is now getting tarnished by these explosive revelations. Stormy Daniels emphasized that her call for Melania to leave Donald Trump is not solely based on what Trump did with her or other women, although you think that would be more than enough. It's a validation of a collection of concerns that many have had about the former president, and his recent conviction only adds weight to these existing doubts. To think that someone who held such a high office could be accused of this kind of behavior and convicted of fraud is just shocking. Moving on to my favorite part of this interview with Stormy Daniels. Legal folks are saying that Trump might be staring down the barrel of a 4-year prison sentence, but the word on the street is that he won't see the inside of a jail cell, for this conviction at least. But Daniels has come up with her own sentencing for Trump. She said, quote, "I think he should be sentenced to jail and some community service working for the less fortunate or being the volunteer punching bag at a women's shelter." Now that's what I call justice with a side of irony. On a serious note, in the midst of all of this chaos, one thing's for sure, Stormy's bold honesty is making us all take a step back and rethink what we thought we knew. It's a wake-up call that no one, no matter how powerful, is above scrutiny. The big question we have walking away from this is, will Melania follow Stormy Daniels' call to action and take a hike from her hubby Trump?